Hi, friends. Today during class, you spoke all about freedom of speech and the First Amendment with your teacher. And you learned that in class, freedom of speech could mean anything. It could be anything that you're saying out in public. Today, you're going to work on the Peter Zenger trial. And you're going to answer the questions of the freedom of the press in the graphic organizer. Let's look through it together. So the trial of John Peter Zenger, you're going to read all about the trial. And as you're reading, if you get stuck on some of the words, you can come up here to the top and press on this microphone and I'll read it to you. Then once you get to the end of John Peter Zenger's trial, and remember, my friends, John Peter Zenger's trial happened before the Bill of Rights. So let's see and read all about what was going on in New York with the freedom of the press before the Bill of Rights was even established. And as you get to the end, here's a great document looking at the trial of John Peter Zenger. And we're seeing resulting in the victory for the freedom of the press. So maybe this is going to influence some of those framers. Look, it's Andrew Hamilton. Maybe this is going to really influence some of the framers with what happens in this case. And it's up to you to figure out what was so important about this case as you read it. And we even see some more information, victory of freedom of the press, and we're getting more information as we go. So now this is the tricky part, my friends. You're going to have to go into the graphic organizer your teacher gave you. So let's look at that together. We see that we have Amendment 1, and let's look at it together. So let's look at the original version. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. What does that mean? Exactly what we went in class over. People have the right to express their ideas through speech and the press, newspapers and books, for example. They have the right to assemble or gather with a group to protest or for other reasons. People have the right to ask the government to fix their problems, and people have the right to practice their religious beliefs. The government cannot create or favor a religion. So let's go back into the trial of John Peter Zenger. The first question, my friends, that we're going to answer is what happened? You're going to read about it today on your own. Maybe you're going to listen to the audio as well, and you're going to really think, what happened during this trial? Why is it important? And you're going to write your answer right here. Then you're going to come to the second column, and you're going to come over here, and you're going to write, what was the outcome of the case? Did the jury decide for or against John Peter Zenger and freedom of the press? We just looked at a whole entire document showing that they were in favor of freedom of the press. So you need to really dive deeply into what happened during the case. How did they come to that conclusion? And most importantly, my friends, why was this outcome important? What did it do for the freedom of the press? And you're going to write your answer over here. So you're going to think, I want you to think really carefully on your own and think, what did this outcome have for the press in the future? I can't wait to see your wonderful answers, my friends. And you're going to use this information tomorrow when you return back to this lesson.